Alright, I got another video here to react to. And it's another mid-season sneak peek, this time on Marvel Studios' Loki. And I've been enjoying this series. I thought the first episode, I've enjoyed really a lot of this comeback that Marvel's been having with, WandaVision, Falcon, Winter Soldier, and now Loki. And next week, Black Widow comes out. In 10 to 11 days it comes out, and I'm excited to see it. Although I think the review embargo lifts. I think essentially I'm going to avoid the review embargo. I'm going to avoid the reviews for that one until, I actually see it, and then I judge my opinion on it. I've been hearing it's actually pretty damn good. I don't know, although the response I think is more mixed. But, at this point, maybe I'll enjoy it better than Spider-Man Far From Home, is the point, because I liked Far From Home when I first saw it in theaters. But last year I rewatched it, and looking back on it, it's not aged well. I think there are areas where I feel like the movie could have done better. I really feel like it's the whole point where it's like the main problem, and me and my friends agree on me with this, was that it came out too soon in many ways. It's like I feel like we should have let Endgame still breathe. I know it had like a separate 2 month span, but I would have rather preferred if they had delayed the release to maybe January of 2020. I don't know, like they put it in the first either January or February of 2019 of 2020. It would have been better and officially start off phase 4, but no, it had to be bumped at the end of phase 3, which to me it's not the end of phase 3. Phase 3, the end of Endgame is the end of phase 3. Emphasis on Endgame because it's literally the end. It's just yeah, prefers to even Disney prefers to acknowledge Endgame as the one ending. At least that's what I think Disney's saying. But I feel like it's like Tom Rothman's like, you got to do this for me, and Kevin Feige was like, okay, fine, whatever. Tell you what, the whole Sony Marvel relationship is just weird. But I am excited for Black Widow, and from what I've heard, it is one of the best. It's a pretty good follow up. It's another good entry in the MCU. I have heard that. I've heard, there's only I think a small vocal minority that I think did not care for it much, but but most of the majority I think is the consensus is pretty good. Although I feel like, yeah, if it's, I feel like it's that thing where I feel like maybe the fans are going to enjoy it more. It's like, maybe the movie's just not made. I don't know. I am scared though. I remember when I read the first reactions, my heart rate was racing. I was like, oh god, it's out. Because I get nervous if, something doesn't. Point is, let's just watch. I have been enjoying Loki, and it's only 3 episodes left. And episode 4 is coming out in 2 days. It makes me sad that this is going to end, but eventually I will binge the whole series and I will do a review because I mostly review my things on Instagram. It's better for me. Only review I've ever put on YouTube was at least a few of the Marvel films and also one for A Quiet Place, the first one. But, and just so everyone knows what I thought about A Quiet Place 2, really great. Just as one of those rare sequels that's just as good as the original, if not better. And my dogs keep barking. I'm sorry. So, let me just pause here before we start. Let me just pause the recording because I just want to shut them up. Sorry, I had my dogs barking. Anyway, I've now thought of my point before we started. A lot of people have said, I read a comment where it's like, the problem is with the series, there's more of a chance to, you know, further do more development on the characters rather than a 2-hour film. And I understand the complaints that are probably gonna come. I never catch a break. I never. Sorry. I think it's on a. Now I remember. It was on a Real Rejects comment. And so if I if I look at YouTube Unreal Rejects, it'll just take a second. Who am I kidding? This never takes just a second. Sorry, it's just been a little hard these days. Ugh. All right. Let me see. Community. Yeah, I remember this post here. You know, and I feel like that's the thing is, yeah, films on Disney Plus that allow for more lackluster in comparison. I can understand where someone is going with this, with the comparing the Disney Plus shows to the Marvel movies. I understand, but we've had years, like essentially when it comes to the team up movies, because that's really what the solo films are for. The first two Iron Mans and Incredible Hulk and Thor 1 and Captain America 1, they were there to develop the characters that were going to be in the Avengers. So, like, a lot of the characters that were introduced in those movies, it's like, even like when we get little snippets of them, like Black Widow in Iron Man 2 or Hawkeye and Thor. I remember that cameo. That was pretty cool. And, we get to know a little bit more. I feel like they've developed the characters over the years, you know, that I get the point. I get what people are going. It's like if they go back to movies and it's just 2 hours and there's no time for development, I understand that. Yeah, also the early reactions, someone compared it. Hopefully it's better than Wonder Woman 1984, although I am in the minority who enjoyed it. Actually, I'm not feeling very well now, but hopefully this will. I must need a Mirror Man video that can help ease my depression. This is a mid-season sneak peek to Marvel Studios Loki, and I'm excited. A little sad that it's going to be ending very soon. But hey, we might get a second season of this, so just holding out hope.
We have a saying in Asgard, where there are wolf's ears, wolf's teeth are near. It's a trap.
He's lying. Just playing games. Hear me for a sec, Loki. My ears are sharp, too. Here's the deal. Fugitive variant's been killing our Minutemen. We haven't been able to find them. So let's bring in an expert.
That's me.
The criminal could be anywhere, anytime.
We gotta be careful. Anything we do can impact the course of history. You get that? Loki! Loki!
Right on cue!
The timekeepers are monitoring every aspect of this case. Trusting this man is not a good idea.
No one bad is ever truly bad. And no one good is ever truly good.
This isn't about you.
Right.
Loki, wait!
I believe, stupidly, you can be whatever you want to be. Even someone good.
By the way, I should have an equal amount of security. This is insulting. You just can't help yourself.
He's essentially going after himself. Yeah. Alright, so we got a few snippets. Alright, so let me mute. So yeah. Alright, so is this a young Sylvie who just so happens to have black hair? I don't know, this could be a slight reference to, like, the Marvel comics, like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is essentially, they're not trying to follow the comics to a T, but they do make references to it sometimes. Like, this almost reminds me, it looks more like Hela than it is Sylvie. Spoilers for Loki. And, alright, this is the first clip. And USS Eldridge. So it looks like what Sylvie's been up to is essentially, we saw in the second episode, she drops a lot of time bombs, a lot of reset charges, and essentially it provides a break in the timeline, which is something that I think was slightly like a bunch of alternative branch realities. And I think this is episode 4. I think the TVA. Alright, so this might be. I don't know what these lights are. Are the lights apart, or is this like accidentally made it in? Or is it trying to break our perception? Is this that world? I think this is the planet that they landed on. Lamentus 1. During that apocalypse, where I gotta say that tracking shot at the end of episode 3 was like great action. By the way, it was like awesome. It's also very visually striking. This show. I know people have seen my reaction to episode 1. A select few, not really a lot of people. Yeah, I've had a little trouble trying to do a reaction to it, so I've just decided I'm not gonna try and do that. All right, so yeah, uh, don't know where this is. That's from episode 3, and then this is just I think this is episode 5 or episode 6, depending. And there's been lots of theories saying that essentially Loki is gonna, overthrow the TVA and be in charge of it. Rule the TVA essentially. Um, all I just know is that they've said that the end of the series of the season will lead into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Given that Michael Waldron is the head writer on the show here, he's like the creator of the series, and now he's writing Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I think would make sense. Yeah, just two. Hunter, what? Hunter, I forget the name. Yeah, the tracking shot. This is a new shot, essentially. Or is this an alternative reality or something? Another branch reality? And I think this is the TVA, a lot of the Minutemen, because yeah, I could see the pruning sticks here. And then what? I think that I saw that. If I saw the same thing, all right, I gotta slow down the frame. Are those? Is that like because like Loki got the daggers in the latest episode that came out last week? So are those daggers powerful? Is that's interesting right there? Anyway, yeah, I've been enjoying this. It's sad that there's only 3 episodes left, but at the same time, hey, I mean, I am eventually gonna binge it when it's fully finished, because then I have to review it. But this show's been nothing but great so far, and probably the best of, the Marvel series. So I'm gonna end it here. This was the mid-season sneak peek for Marvel Studios Loki. I'll leave a link to the original video down below, as well as a link to my Instagram. Uh, shit, I can't even copy this. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you do subscribe, hit that bell to stay notified. Gotta turn on the light because you guys can barely see me. Godspeed, everyone. Take care. Take care.